Hello, this is Shawn, Digital Learning Coach for Union County. We're going to work on using Google Meet to help telecommunicate with our students. So doing things like homework sessions and just little how-to communications back and forth with your students. So a couple of options we have for this, and this is kind of a weird time for us. We can come over to the waffle and we can go to Meet, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can actually move these pieces around. So if yours isn't where mine is, it might be further down, but that is an option for you. Otherwise, we can always go into the URL and type in meet.google.com. There's actually a way in Google Calendar you can schedule these out, but this is how I would recommend. So I'm going to hit join, and I'm just going to give this a name. Now when this pops up, you'll see two different options. It really doesn't matter too much, but present means you're actually going to be the one mostly in control. And so I'm going to present this one thing. And so now I'm actually presenting my desktop to everybody. And that is one option for us. The other is, and I can actually copy that and share. The other is actually going back and, let me do this again, and doing the join. The join is where we're going to get more communication back and forth between our students. And so this time I'm going to do join. Like I said, this is the one I'd recommend anyways. So this code right here, I would just share that URL in Google Classroom and schedule a time to actually meet with students and talk about homework or showcase or do actually some teaching pieces. Students can turn on the closed caption options, and whatever you say will try to generate the best it can as closed caption. And it does a pretty good job. I have noticed a couple of glitches every now and then that it might pick up, but typically it does pretty good. Present now will let you showcase just like kind of we were a second ago, where I'm showing my screen and whatever I go to will actually be displayed. You can turn your camera on and off depending on what you're wanting to do. Same thing with muting. I can mute. You can jump between who you're focusing on and showcase chatting. And you should have the additional option of muting individuals, but they can always turn around and unmute. Something your district might have an option for you is record a meeting, and that would record and save it in your in your Google Drive. It does take a while for it to actually show up in your Google Drive. I have noticed that, but that has to be turned on from your district and your Google admin, and they might not have that feature turned on for you. But once again, if I need to share my code again, it is right here. If I ever leave, I can come back in by using that same code. So if a student was to lose connection, they could just enter the code again and come right back in. One downside to Meet, though, and it's just a conversation piece, is if I leave and my students are in, there it doesn't boot them out. This can be rejoined constantly throughout the day. So what I would recommend is point out to your students that your IT department within this domain can see any session that is going on, and they don't have to be invited into the session. They can just join in. So from an IT standpoint, if I notice there's 4 kids in a session and I don't see a teacher in there, I can actually jump in and join in the conversation. So that is taking place. A little more, that gives us a little more security than what a Skype meeting or a Zoom meeting might in that case. But this is an option for you, and it is a great tool to stay in communication with your students when you're apart from the classroom. So just as an option for you guys. Thank you for your time, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you.